Okay, this is take two. Kept getting interruptions by my roommate. Okay, so yours here, not in my usual filming location. I'm actually out on the road. I am in the southwestern quadrant of Colorado. I want to say I'm probably about between 40 and 60 miles north of the New Mexico border. Not quite in the Cortez or Four Corners area, but I would say within at least another hour or two drive or so. Like I said, something I'd like to bring up. I'm not, like I said, I'm not in an area with, unfortunately, I'm not in an area with phone service or with Wi-Fi. So this video, I will be probably uploading it on the 20th. So either the 20th or the 21st, depending on how soon I get back. Anyhow, so one of the things that was interesting that I'd like to bring up, and it was from a podcast I watched with Dave Hodges on the Common Sense Show, something that I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to, and I wish I would have. I didn't know this was going on until my uncle brought it up to me last night. So, we're familiar with the terminology of contact tracing, right? As much as I hate bringing up the whole COVID-19 thing and the fact that it gets overtalked and pushed way too far, I do have to bring up this. So contact tracing, right? It's an old method of being able to track who is potentially infected with the virus just by means of association. Who are you with? Something like that is only effective after, like I said, up to maybe 5 days. But not after 5 months. Now, one of the things I have to bring up that Google has done that is very insidious is they have installed contact tracing software onto all smartphones and smart devices. And I had no idea this was on here until my uncle showed me on his phone, and then he had me go get my phone, and I said, sure enough, this was on my phone. Not only is it on my phone with service, that's also on my phone that doesn't have service. I usually carry around with me and use as a camera because of the better microphone, better screen, better camera, and it's also the phone that has all my audiobooks and MP3s on. Yeah, it's on both of my phones. It's even on this phone right here that I'm using to film this very video. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can check to see whether or not you've got this on your phone. So this is a Samsung, okay, but it should work regardless. For the most part, it should be pretty similar whether you're on iPhone, LG, Samsung, you name it, any smartphone. So you're gonna bring down your setting. Yeah, come on, there we go. Bring down your menu here. You're gonna hit the little gear for your settings. Okay, you're gonna scroll. Yeah. Oh, didn't want to scroll. Yeah. Let me do this again. This is hard to do. Okay, so should be at your menu. You might have to scroll down, you might have to scroll up, but you see where it says Google, right? You're gonna click that Google tab. Come on. Now you see that right there? Right there. COVID-19. I did not install this on my phone. I had no prior knowledge that this was installed on my phone, and I gave Google no permission to install this on my phone. I cannot uninstall this off my phone. This is permanently on my phone, and there's no way of turning it off. Yes, it says off, but I do not buy for 1 minute that is actually, in fact, off. So one of the interesting things that Dave Hodges brought up, okay, these contact tracing software that they've installed on everyone's phones and smart devices. Basically, they use this as a means of tracking you wherever you've gone. Okay? Now, it's insidious. Yeah, it looks harmless, right? Oh, we're just trying to make sure that, we keep the COVID positive people away from the non-COVID positive people. Sure. However, this isn't going to work. This only works if it's 5 days after, no more than 5 days after the initial event, not 5 months. So here's how this works. And like I said, I will put down the link of Dave Hodges' video because he does a much, much better way of explaining this, okay, in his video, this podcast that he did 2 nights ago from the date of me recording this. Basically, this contact tracing software, okay, it tracks you. Say you go into a store, right? Let's say you go in a store. It checks you in that you went into that store, right? It doesn't check out what time you left the store. You're COVID negative, right? We'll pretend, for sake of making this video, you're COVID negative. You check into the store. This software automatically checks you in because you carry this. You carry your phone with you, right? You carry your phone with you. Check in the store. It doesn't check you out. It doesn't have any time stamp or really any way of proving that you left the store. But let's say the next guy behind you that comes in the store after you left happens to be testing positive with coronavirus. Now we got a problem here. Now it's going to flag you as you need to self-quarantine because you were potentially exposed to COVID-19. You can see where this is going to be a problem. I've already checked with several of my coworkers. They've all got this installed on their phones and they have no way of uninstalling it or taking it off. It's there. Like I said, it's on my phone right here that I have service on, and it's also on this phone right here that I use to film these videos that doesn't have service. This makes me want to go back to my flip phone real bad because they installed this shit. They didn't ask for my permission. They didn't ask for anybody else's permission. They just went ahead and took it upon themselves to go ahead and start doing this. So, I don't know. Could be a means of rounding people up. Could be a means of denying people services or denying people to be able to leave their own house. Well, that's all I have to say. I'm Diorce, and I'm out. You guys have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye.